Chào mừng quý vị quay trở lại với chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh trên kênh FBNC và mời quý vị cùng tiếp tục theo dõi buổi trò chuyện với ông John Gaitner mà chúng tôi đã thực hiện. Ông John Gaitner là chủ tịch kiêm tổng giám đốc của Dairy Queen toàn cầu, một thương hiệu kem nổi tiếng và đang có mặt tại Việt Nam. Hiện đã có 2 cửa hàng kể từ tháng 1 năm 2014 và ông sẽ chia sẻ nhiều hơn về chiến lược cạnh tranh tại thị trường này. So what is your plans on store expansions in 2014 and 3 to 5 years from now?
Sure. Well, we always like to be conservative, but, based on the first 2 locations that opened, we have an initial plan of approximately 60 stores in the next 5 years in Vietnam. I don't really want to say how many we plan to open this year because we're still finalizing locations, but the majority of our expansion in the first year will be in the greater Ho Chi Minh City area. We believe it's very important to come in and get density. And if you really think about it, we want to be that neighborhood treat shop, okay? Where people say, come on, let's go out, we're going to go get a Blizzard or a milkshake or a great product. And we really want to be ingrained in the community. That's one of the great principles about Dairy Queen. We're not just a business, we believe in giving back to the community.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you think you would run into in this market?
Well, I'm sure there will be some challenges. I haven't seen them yet in the opening of the first 2 stores. But you already mentioned there will be competition. Dairy Queen is a unique brand. And in our initial development schedule, we are focused on our treats. However, we have a concept which is called Grill and Chill. And Grill and Chill is basically a full quick service restaurant with all the food offerings as well as the complete lineup of treats that Dairy Queen has. We actually have that in our plans for Vietnam. So when we look at our future growth, those locations do require more space. So that might be one of the challenges that we will have to overcome.
Thank you so much. So who's your target group of consumer anyway?
Well, as I mentioned before, over half the population of Vietnam is under 30 years old. And we really attract a lot of young people, basically from age 12 up through even 30 years old. Our brand is about families. That's what's really neat. Over the years, as people get introduced to Dairy Queen, and when you say Dairy Queen, people have a smile and they tell you their Dairy Queen story. But, our demographic can range up to much older people as well. Our product diversification is really geared at that. But, the Blizzard is the #1 brand.
And what are some of the biggest challenges that you think you would run into in this market?
Sure. Well, you already mentioned competition, but, we have competition in every market. But, we believe that we have high-quality products at a reasonable price and that people, definitely want to come in and enjoy our great treats. But we also have another concept called DQ Grill and Chill. And we've actually combined both our great food, treats, and beverages. And in our expansion plans, after the first year, we're not quite sure when that concept will get rolled, we will roll DQ Grill and Chill. And it really is a full QSR that has all the great Dairy Queen treats. Now that requires a larger footprint or more space. So obviously as we go out to lease locations, it's a little bit different than our treat-only locations.
And what do you think is the best time to come in? Why not sooner?
One, I think Vietnam continues to develop. And from the research that we have done, the consumer in Vietnam is willing to spend a large portion of their disposable income eating out. So we think chains like Dairy Queen, as we come to market, we're providing a quality product at a reasonable price. So we see the country continuing to evolve, but like many other countries in Asia, the beauty of entering Vietnam now is as the earnings power increases, more customers will come into the market. So when we look back 10, 15, 20 years from now, This country will be amazing. I've seen a lot of change in the last 5 years.
And what do you do to find out about the local taste in order to do some customizations in the future?
Well, that's a great question because part of our success in the international markets has been customizing flavors for a country. Just last week, my head of research and development and one of our teammates from Asia, they were in Vietnam, and they are out going around the streets, trying all the local fare, looking at the competition to really see what will be the right taste profile. Now, on our menu, we will have many of the favorites from around the world. The #1 blizzard around the world is the Oreo blizzard.
Okay.
And we know that green tea sells great here in Vietnam. So we'll try to customize flavors, but also have great flavors from around the world.
And how about some reaction, the first reaction from the customers here?
Well, when I went into the restaurant yesterday, all I have to do is to walk in. And when you hear people having fun, talking, when you look at them sitting at the table, enjoying their blizzard treat or a waffle bowl, I mean, it's exciting. And you see smiles. And when people line up to get your product, and it's not a one-time event. That's the beauty of it. People, once they try Dairy Queen and try a blizzard or one of our great cakes, they want to come back. I grew up with the Dairy Queen brand because obviously we started 74 years ago in Joliet, Illinois. And then Mr. Buffett bought Dairy Queen in 1998. So the brand is well entrenched. We are actually one of the oldest brands in North America in quick serve restaurants.
If a local franchisee are interested about a brand, any possible chance for them?
Well, actually not, because we were looking for one franchisee that would be able to develop all of Vietnam. So our agreement with QSR is we will be working with them to develop the entire country of Vietnam. It's just right now we have our focus on Ho Chi Minh City.
And let me follow up a little bit on the expansion plan. So your strategy is to focus on the big city first, or you're going to do spread out to the whole country?
Yeah, initially, at least in the first 12, 18, maybe even 24 months, we'll really focus on Ho Chi Minh City and the surrounding area. We really think it's important that we have density. Okay. So that people begin to recognize the brand and know DQ and know the blizzard. And then we know there's other opportunities. Hanoi would probably be one of the cities that we would look at later down the path. But I mean, the opportunities right here in Ho Chi Minh City are great.
Last question. What are some of the lessons from the neighboring markets that you think you could apply in Vietnam's market?
Well, one of the things that we did a few years ago is our sizing in North America. Sometimes people in North America maybe eat bigger sizes, but we found in Asia that we needed to have sizes that started much smaller and then moved up. So on our blizzard, for example, we have 4 sizes of the blizzard. And we have what we call a mini blizzard that has been very successful in Asia. But most people still trade up to a small, even a medium. A large blizzard, though, it's a treat. Okay. It really is.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Thank
Very
you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Vừa rồi là những chia sẻ của ông John Gaynor về chiến lược cạnh tranh tại thị trường Việt Nam của thương hiệu Dairy Queen, một thương hiệu kem nổi tiếng thế giới. Ông John Gaynor là chủ tịch kiêm tổng giám đốc của Dairy Queen toàn cầu. Chúng tôi sẽ quay trở lại sau ít phút giải lao. Quý vị có thể xem lại đoạn phỏng vấn này trên trang web đồng tiền thông minh fbnc.com hoặc là facebook.com/đồng tiền thông minh.